Ka Mathematicas is another fun time to learn more about mathematics. I am Graciela Sabandal and we are from the tribe of Reuben. And we will all be learning how to love and have interest in understanding mathematics. This presentation is the chapter 3, Problems, Reasons, and Solutions, which entitles Reasoning as a Beacon of Knowledge, which has a theme, Unveiling the Beauty of Reasoning. This presentation will focus on understanding what reasoning is, specifically the inductive and deductive reasoning. But before anything else, let us have first the objectives of this presentation. And for the first objective is to understand the definition of reasoning and its importance. The second one is to learn and comprehend the definitions of inductive and deductive reasoning and their differences. The third one is to identify problems and examples in particular circumstances, whether they are based on inductive or deductive reasoning, and apply it on their daily activities. Some of you may not have encountered the term reasoning. Now is the time to learn about it. Let's have Mr. Jovan Sanchez to explain us thoroughly the definition of reasoning.
Thank you so much, Miss Gretel. Now, let's learn together what reasoning really is. In general terms, reasoning is the process of thinking sensibly about anything. On the other hand, it is the ability to assess things rationally by applying logic based on new or existing information when making a decision or solving a problem. In the field of mathematics, the art of reasoning is extremely crucial because it is the capacity required to demonstrate critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Reasoning has a very significant role in life because this allows you to weigh the benefits and disadvantages of two or more courses of action before choosing the one with the most benefit. Now, reasoning in mathematics has different types, and that will be explained by Mr. G's Rap.
Thank you, Mr. Juvar. Now, what are the types of reasoning? According to Zuela, 2009, there are several types of reasoning, each with its own distinctive features. First is intuition, which is reasoning based on assumption or common sense. It needs less mental effort as there are no proofs or supporting data. The second method is analogy, which is reasoning by comparison. Analogy is a type of reasoning in which one infers other similarities from a specific resemblance between two or more things. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we will be focusing more with inductive and deductive reasonings. Let's hear it from Mr. Ronel and Miss QJ.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jersey. Now, Ka-Mathematica, let us now understand what inductive reasoning is in its distinctiveness. Inductive reasoning is the process of the gathering specific information through observation and measurement and making conjecture or conclusion from the gathered information. This reasoning takes a specific example to make a general rule. When we say inductive reasoning, it uses patterns, trends, or observation, and is judging by experience. In this reasoning, the general conclusion could be logically true, but realistically wrong, or it may be right. In order to understand more about this reasoning, I'm gonna give you some example. In this example, we will make general conclusion from the given specific example by observing the pattern of the problem. If we look at it thoroughly, we will identify that the answer of the given problem are 15 and 18. Why did we conclude that it is the right answer? Because, based on the numbers before them, 3, 6, 9, 12, the pattern is that all of them are divisible by 3. Therefore, through the observation of the pattern, we were able to get the right answer, which are the 15 and 18. For more example, let's have our scenarios and will be explained by Miss Chanel after. Hey, haven't seen you in a while. How have you been?
Doing good. How about you?
I had a very stressful day. I had lots of homework plus my math teacher is so strict. When I was in senior high school, my math teacher is so strict, and so my teacher is here and yours as well. I assume all mathematics teachers are so strict.
In this particular situation, as boy 1 approaches boy 2, an example of inductive reasoning is shown. Boy 1, who complained about his mathematics teacher, told his friend specific statements through his experiences and observations. By saying mathematics teacher before and his friends, mathematics professor are strict. He then concluded that every mathematics teacher in the world are strict. Again, from specific to general. Let's have the explanation of deductive reasoning by Miss QJ.
Thank you, Mr. Ronel and Chanel. Now, we already know what is inductive reasoning, specific to general. However, deductive reasoning is in other way around, general to specific. In deductive reasoning, you start with an assumption and then make observation or rationale thoughts to validate or refute the assumption. In this case, it's logically true and realistically right. Here are the examples about this. The solution in this problem is presented so as the answer which is S is equal to. Since in deductive reasoning, certain statements must be proven facts. In this case, process of steps are given. We apply the distributive property in the problem, combine similar terms, applied subtraction property of equality, applied addition property of equality, and use the division property of equality. For our second role play scenario, let's have Miss Chanel explain it.
Hey, I have something to tell you. I have a new pet. His name, Reuben. It's a snake.
Oh, wow,
What's with it?
hey, snakes are venomous and dangerous. Riddle is that it's a snake. Therefore, riddle is venomous and dangerous. Just talk about it anyway.
Now let's understand the video. This is an example of deductive reasoning. As the woman whom the boy approached heard his friend said about his new pet, she then reacted by stating a general statement which is, snakes are venomous and dangerous. After stating the said phrase, she then concluded that his friend's new pet, a snake, is venomous and dangerous. Again, this time it is general to specific.
And those are the information we can share to you about reasoning, specifically the two types, inductive and deductive. There is so much to learn in mathematics. Indeed, it is an interesting subject.
It was a great understanding from Team Mathematica.
I agree. That guy, by the way, he's our classmate, right?
Yeah, he's intelligent. He's actually a scholar student. He has an average of 96%.
And CCSE, once your grade is 94% above it, means you will be granted a full scholarship. Roniel has an average of 96%. Therefore, he is a 100% scholar in CCSE.
Hey, general to specific. Deductive.
Hey, I just realized it too. Reasonings can be applied in real life.